Hello, Mr. T. Sorry, T, apparently. Is it right to call you T or Mr. T?
Yeah, it's okay. We're friends now. You know, formerly it's Mr. T, but now since we're friends, you can call me T.
That's fantastic. I feel like I should call you Sir T.
Now, when the Queen knights me, then I could be Sir T. I like that.
It's a step up from Ice-T. The boss of Ice-T is Sir T. But listen, you know what? It's a genuine honour to chat to you. Now, I only was a big fan of the A-Team, but of course, Clubber Lang was the meanest man Rocky ever fought.
Yes. His toughest opponent. You know, I was honored to get the part. I worked hard for it. You know, and look at me now. I'm the face on Snickers. You know, I love it.
And yeah, the Snickers adverts are fantastic. They're massive over here in the UK.
Oh, I love that. Again, it's because of the fans. And I like them going to, you know, get some nuts on Facebook, you know, where they can get some of my Mr. T's tips, you know. I'm just excited about everything.
And they've been going to your Facebook site, and what kind of stuff they've been saying to you, Mr. T? They're trying to get naked photos of you?
Nah.
Maybe they actually want to see your nuts.
Nah. Well, see, with Mr. T, they really don't have to see my nuts because they know this man has some nuts. Because they ask me questions, how do they get some nuts? How can they sort of be like Mr. T? So I give them tips on dressing, tips on working out, tips on being manly.
Where do you stand about men crying at movies?
Well, it depends on the movie. Because if you see somebody hurting and don't show no emotion, or go to a hospital and see the sick children suffering from cancer and not being moved by that, something wrong. But if somebody cries some little wimpy, mushy movie, then he's a wimp, you know. Then he got to get some nuts, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, listen, what about the movie The Champ? Surely you cried at the movie The Champ.
Nah.
What?
That was little Ricky Schroeder. He was a little kid. That's why he cried, you know. We expect him to cry. He was just a kid. There was no crying in Raging Bull. There was no crying in Rocky 3.
You know when Apollo Creed dies in Rocky 4? I cried then.
You know, I didn't cry because, to me, he sort of asked for it. You never go, he brought too much dance, you know. He shouldn't have had to fight in Vegas. You know, he's going up against a Russian guy, the guy meant business. You don't hear them girls dance around and whatnot. He didn't take the fight seriously. So when he cried, I said, good for him. He didn't prepare himself. That was Clubber Lang and Mr. T. He prepares himself. He trains. He eats Snickers in the evening, you know, to top it off with that extra energy. And don't have sex for 6 months. I keep myself in top shape.
Do you think real men don't dance? Because Apollo Creed, you're saying that's what ultimately cost him his life, is that he danced too much.
Cost him because he didn't take the fight seriously. You know, when you train, you got to get away from women, get away from the flair. That's why Rocky lost. Rocky had the fancy girl. He went to fancy gym. Clubber Lang was training in the dingy place, beat up duffel bag and whatnot. Clubber Lang was doing pull-ups on the ropes and whatnot.
I crushed you, Rocky!
Been mean, man.
Now, listen, one question we always ask all of our big guests, like you, Sir T, is if anything was to happen to you, T, which TV detective would you like to solve your murder?
Charlie Chan.
You wouldn't go for Columbo or...
No, I wouldn't go to Columbo. That trench coat will get in the way. I like Charlie Chan. And I like the real Charlie Chan, not a white man playing Charlie Chan. Columbo, his car might break down.
Not Jim Rockford?
Rockford, you know, he might get knocked over head somewhere, you know, but Charlie Chan knows.
Who do you think? Who do you think would win in a fight between B.A. Baracus and Jack Bauer?
Oh man, there won't be no contest. B.A. Baracus, man, I eat Jack Bauer for lunch.
You would take Jack Bauer down
in a minute, in a heartbeat, man. Him in 24, 25, 26 couldn't help him, man.
Now, listen, if the A-Team van was about to go over a cliff and you could only save one of the other characters in the A-Team, so maybe Hannibal, Faceman, Howling Mad Murdoch, who would you save?
I'm going to tell you, that's a good question. But because I'm so dedicated, I would save them all. It would be a miraculous thing. You know, something that nobody never seen before. You know, because, you know, the A-Team, we know how to whoop up gadgets and make things. So while they drowning, I would take all of my gold off and connect them one at a time and throw a big gold rope to each one of them. Each one of them grab a piece of the rope, because if I hook my gold chains together, it'll be about 50 yards. Now I say, okay, Hannibal, grab a hold. Murdoch, grab a hold. Face man, wrap it around you. And while all of them got the gold wrapped around them, and I can pull them in, and my muscles glistening, my biceps straining. Yeah, it would be like a gold life preserver thing. You know, if I let one die, I would have to commit suicide myself because we're a team.
You
know
never
what they
leave
say?
a man
There's
down.
no I in team, but there's a T in team.
Well, listen, T, it's been a joy talking to you, and I've really enjoyed it, and I know our listeners are going to enjoy it as well. Is there any way, I know that all of our listeners would love to hear you say, I'm Mr. T, listen to Christian on Virgin Radio. You damn fool!
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, I'm Mr. T, and listen to Christian on Virgin Radio. You heard me, fool. Don't make me mad, because I come over there. And you know I don't like to fly, but I come over there and take care of you personally.
Thank you so much. You take care. It's been a joy talking to you, okay? See you there, Clubber Lang.
Thank you, brother.